It was the spring of 2024. The financial world had been gripped by volatility, tariffs between the US and China sparking uncertainty, AI firms exploding on NASDAQ, and autonomous vehicle stocks caught in the middle of a technological arms race. But one name began to quietly claw its way up from obscurity: Aeva Technologies Incorporated. While household names like Tesla, Nvidia, and Mobileye battled in headlines, Aeva's stock began an unrelenting surge, up over 300% year-to-date and up over 600% since June 2024. A company most had written off after its 2021 merger was suddenly the fastest-growing stock of the year behind all the tariff drama. Aeva wasn't just defying market gravity, it was rewriting the rules of perception. The secret? A technology so advanced, it sounded like science fiction. 4D LiDAR. Founded in 2017 by former Apple engineers Soroush Salehian and Mina Rezk, Aeva Technologies set out with a singular obsession: reinventing LiDAR technology to make autonomous navigation safe, scalable, and real. Traditional LiDAR systems fired laser pulses, measuring the time it took for light to return from an object. It worked, but only told half the story. Distance, yes. But what about velocity, motion? Differentiating a child darting into traffic from a street sign? Enter FMCW, frequency modulated continuous wave, LiDAR. Rather than firing discrete pulses, FMCW continuously modulates laser frequency, using Doppler shifts to calculate real-time velocity and 3D position, effectively capturing a fourth dimension: motion through time. It meant autonomous vehicles could now know not just where something was, but how fast it was moving. A monumental leap in safety and precision. Aeva's 4D LiDAR changed the game, but innovation alone doesn't fuel a 600% stock surge. What follows could catapult Aeva into the spotlight. The breakthrough moment came at CES 2025 in Las Vegas. While tech giants demoed AI chips and VR headsets, Aeva quietly unveiled the Atlas TM, the world's first automotive-grade, mass-production-ready 4D LiDAR sensor. Automakers, desperate for reliable, scalable perception systems to power their Level 4 and 5 autonomous ambitions, took notice. But it wasn't just the technology. Aeva had secured a partnership NVIDIA had long kept for its elite. In a move that stunned the industry, Aeva became the first FMCW 4D LiDAR solution integrated into NVIDIA Drive, NVIDIA's autonomous vehicle platform. It meant Aeva's sensors would power the eyes and reflexes of self-driving vehicles built by dozens of manufacturers in NVIDIA's orbit. Stock analysts scrambled to recalculate forecasts. The LiDAR market, expected to hit $7.8 billion by 2027, suddenly had a new frontrunner. By mid-2025, Aeva had forged partnerships with Volkswagen Artemis Project, integrating 4D LiDAR into its next-gen autonomous luxury vehicles, plus a pioneer in autonomous trucking, May Mobility for self-driving urban shuttles, developing the first in-cabin FMCW LiDAR system for driver monitoring. In parallel, Aeva inked critical supply agreements with Owen Semiconductor and TSMC for chip-scale FMCW modules, ensuring mass production capacity, a move that would become pivotal as LiDAR competitors like Velodyne and Luminar struggled with yield issues. By June, Aeva sold a $50 million equity stake to a private syndicate led by SoftBank's Vision Fund 2, granting them a strategic manufacturing partner in Japan to supply next-gen optics. The numbers were undeniable. Backlog orders increased to 250,000 sensors. Yet as Aeva's stock chart screamed upward, a darker narrative flickered behind the scenes. In a leaked white paper from DARPA's Strategic Technology Office, a passage referenced emerging commercial-grade Doppler LiDAR arrays vulnerable to multi-node cyber spoofing. Aeva's unique FMCW LiDAR technology was far less susceptible to conventional laser spoofing attacks than legacy time-of-flight systems. Aeva had been approached for a special DHS DoD contract to deploy its 4D sensors in military autonomous vehicles and drone fleets, a contract that would reportedly double its annual revenue base. Neither Aeva nor the Pentagon confirmed the report, but hedge funds noticed. LiDAR as a market has historically chewed up promising startups. Innoviz and Luminar faced scaling bottlenecks. Aeva faces critical risks. Without large-scale orders from OEMs, LiDAR firms perish. Chinese LiDAR rivals like Hesai and RoboSense, backed by state-owned funds, are flooding the global market with sub-500 solid-state sensors. The Bipartisan Autonomous Cyber Defense Act proposes export restrictions on Doppler-based perception systems to strategic competitors. If passed, it could throttle Aeva's access to Asian markets, particularly as Chinese EV giants like BYD and XPeng prepare FMCW-equipped fleets. And so we arrive at the frontier of speculation. Aeva is now rumored to be a prime acquisition target. Insiders point to NVIDIA, Apple, defense contractors like Raytheon for battlefield robotics. As AV wars escalate, perception sensors will become not just components, but instruments of national power, controlling the autonomy of convoys, drones, infrastructure, and supply chains. If Aeva's technology becomes the standard, it will control the digital perception grid of tomorrow's cities and highways. The company that owns secure, scalable, anti-spoof LiDAR will write the rules. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate all the love.